Yo, welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. There's a lot going on. I know it's black folk. Was supposed to, how Trump said, stand back and stand by for the next 4 years. But y'all, things are getting scary. It's a lot going on. I feel like our country has gone to hell, and it's only been 8-9 months, child. Okay, so I know y'all don't like the Charlie Kirk update, but we're gonna go ahead and give y'all a Charlie Kirk update. Rest in peace to that man. Erica Kirk, wife of Charlie Kirk, has been appointed CEO and chair of the board at Turning Point USA, the far right, conservative organization, founded by Mr. Charlie Kirk. Listen, somebody had to, take the job and whatnot. I do feel as though this is a DEI hire. Yeah. Okay. Moving right along, Mr. Trump, he's wrapping up his UK trip. He was in the UK doing whatever him and Melania do. And he was speaking to reporters, and they asked him about, this element of free speech as far as like the FCC commissioner going onto the MAGA podcast and saying, threatening that ABC was at risk of losing their broadcast license over some of the comments that Jimmy Kimmel made, which, mind you, weren't even about Charlie Kirk. Jimmy Kimmel was making fun of Donald Trump in his response to a question about Charlie Kirk, but whatever. It's funny because what came out of Trump's mouth was, of course, nothing but a bunch of lies and distractions and deflections and stuff like that. And, it's quite sad. But I think the main thing for me that I was bothered by is the fact that he is on UK soil disparaging, an American citizen.
Your Vice President, Vance, said that free speech is under attack in the UK. Do you agree with him? And Prime Minister, we saw the dismissal of a very well-known chat show host in America last night, Mr. Kimmel. Is free speech more under attack in Britain or America?
Well, Jimmy Kimmel was fired because he had bad ratings more than anything else, and he said a horrible thing about a great gentleman known as Charlie Kirk. And Jimmy Kimmel is not a talented person. He had very bad ratings, and
So there was multiple lies there. So many lies. According to Rolling Stone, he was not canned for the bad ratings. No, he did not really speak on Charlie Kirk. He spoke on you and MAGA. And I don't even watch Jimmy Kimmel like that. I'm not even that big of a Jimmy Kimmel fan, but he is talented. Okay. Too many lies to count.
they should have fired him a long time ago. So, you can call that free speech or not. He was fired for lack of talent.
All right. So speaking ill of Americans while on non-American soil. Back in the day when I was a child, that was so frowned upon. You was not supposed to go to no foreign land speaking negatively about your fellow Americans. That shows a lack of unity. We look crazy. We look crazy around the world, y'all. Anyways, it's crazy because Caitlin Collins had some special reporting on to the X, right? And she was quoting Donald Trump. He said something very, 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 very scary, basically saying that, for the networks and the media that want to continue to give me bad publicity, we're going to start pulling their licenses, essentially. Okay. Caitlin Collins went on to X and said, Trump says because he won the election and networks give him bad publicity that he says, and I quote, I would think maybe their license should be taken away. He says he believes these networks' licenses should be taken away for giving him bad publicity. But this is how he plays it off, though. He passes the ball to the FCC chairman and says it will be up to Brandon Carr. I think Brandon Carr is outstanding. He's a patriot. He loves our country. He's a tough guy. Yeah, for the ones that give me bad publicity, they should have their licenses revoked. But it's up to the FCC chairman, who's so smart, who's so handsome, who's such a patriot. What happened to canceling cancel culture? What happened to the Republicans being about small government? Whatever happened to the First Amendment of the Constitution, freedom of speech, the freedom of the press, the freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, the freedom to assemble? What the hell is going on? Y'all, this is scary. This is scary. And I really didn't want to hear from anyone on these subjects except for The View. And I was highly disappointed, but not shocked, that Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, Sarah Haynes, and Alyssa Farah Griffin had nothing, absolutely nothing to say on the subject of these free speech issues. There was a source that came out, I believe, to Deadline, if I'm not mistaken. The source said that the higher ups or the executives did not pressure The View not to speak on the whole Jimmy Kimmel situation, but I guess the producers and the host just decided not to. Okay. Well, I'm sure the ladies of The View wanted to, but I guess they have to stay silent because it's a very controversial topic, and it's at the doing of ABC, who people are boycotting now. Okay, people are boycotting the ABC. They're canceling their Hulu subscriptions. They're canceling their Disney Plus subscriptions. Y'all, they're even canceling their Disney vacations to Disney World, Disneyland, and the Disney cruises and stuff like that. Right? And so because all of this stuff is happening and it doesn't look good on behalf of ABC, I guess the ladies of The View who air on ABC just figure, yeah, we gonna sit this one out. We gonna sit this one out. And we'll talk about somebody else. Even though the biggest news story of the last day and a half has been Jimmy Kimmel, ABC, and Disney. There's a lot going on. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about everything in the comments down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to create a great day. Bye.